This is all jokes aside, one of the biggest problems with the Chicago Bulls. Hey, first of all, welcome to Chicago Bulls Central. I'm your host, Haize. Make sure you follow the podcast at Bulls Central Pod. But let's go ahead and get into it. The Bulls just this the way in which the Bulls lost this game is extremely embarrassing. A team, like I said on paper, the Bulls should have won. And that's one of the things that have hurt the Bulls all season is that they don't necessarily beat the teams that they should beat. And it comes back to bite them in the ass. We're seeing that repeatedly and very often with the team. And it's it sucks. This effort tonight was not going to get it done. De'Aaron Fox went off 34 points from De'Aaron Fox, 22 points, and 7 rebounds from Sabonis, and then also DiVincenzo with 15 points. Those are basically your leading scorers. Devin Mitchell. He also had 16 points off the bench for the Sacramento Kings. Man, it's just this was a bad loss. Bad loss. Um, Blah says, I'm ready to jump on the anti-Billy bandwagon once again. Pick and roll, an issue, and no way they should have lost to this team. Just a frustrating L. Yeah, but also outside of just the effort, it was more than just that. Like you saying that you're on the anti-Billy Donovan wagon is exactly what it is because this coach did not have them prepared. And what you saw is that the Sacramento Kings came in with the defensive plan and they executed that plan. And they did it in a way that the Bulls couldn't stop it. On offense and defense, it hurt the Bulls today. And things like when you're running into things like that against a team, that's a kick in the balls. That's just to put it plainly. It definitely is. And that's what happened. And that's why the Bulls lost this game. It's terrible because they should not have lost this game in the way that they did. It shouldn't have happened this way. Our late game defense is pathetic. Why does literally every other team in the league utilize full court presses and half court traps? Yet it seems like a foreign concept to us. The Bulls are just I mean, that goes back to the coaching issue again. And I don't want to start piling it on Billy Donovan, right? I want to be clear. This is not something that we can blame everything that happened on just Billy Donovan. The players need to look at themselves as well. But one thing that we're seeing, especially late in the season, is that the Bulls just aren't making certain adjustments to what things doing. You're looking at teams running better schemes, all those type of things. That is definitely a coaching issue and something that could come back and hurt us in the playoffs. Man, just a bad loss. Bulls should pile these wins. Good fighting in the end, but these ball screens are killing us. Teams are going to see this and take. I mean, they are already. They already are. When you look, it's like there's a blueprint to how to beat the Bulls. Now it doesn't always work every day, every game, and not every team is going to be able to execute it correctly. But what you are seeing is that there's absolutely a game plan, and teams are exploiting us. We took a big L exposed for losing teams like the Kings. We have better players and coach. So what's going on? Why can't Billy adjust the team? Again, it's not all on Billy. It's not all on Billy, but there's a lot of that on it, right? I want to be clear with that. There's a lot of that, but it's not all on that, all on Billy. And keep in mind, and this is not to excuse it because I agree, Billy Donovan is part of the issue, but the Bulls are shooting terrible, terrible. We haven't shot the ball well from three in quite a while. Even in the games that we win, and our shooting percentage hasn't been like what it was when we were playing better earlier in the season. All those things are playing a factor into this. A factor into this. This was not the game to drop. Stupid ass loss. Listen, now the Bulls can very well come back and win the next 2 games, right? That's one thing that we see about this team is that they can win against anyone if they're playing well. They can lose against anyone. But yeah, this loss hurts. This loss really hurts, and this is a terrible way to start off a road trip as well. What up, Hayes? We have to get Lonzo back, man. An Iowa rookie showed tonight. Not all his fault, but he has to hit shots or we will not win. And yeah, he has to take shots too. Like we did see even in this game, if you paid attention, there were times where Iowa was absolutely passing off shots and making it a little bit difficult for the offense as a whole. Doesn't happen very often with Io. Usually he does take shots when they're open, or he does make, quicker passes with the ball. But it was like he was a step slow out there. Maybe it was the matchup that he was facing and things like that. But yeah, yeah. Rick Fontaine asks, "Why do bad shooters shoot well against us? Davion Mitchell and Mudu are terrible." Yes, who knows, man? Who knows? Smear 60 says he's going to sleep. Peace out. I feel you. This stream is not going to be as long as other ones. I can tell y'all that right now, people. I usually I'm good for giving you 45 minutes to an hour after the game. It's not happening tonight. If you can't tell, I'm a little congested on top of that. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, so just a FYI on that. Even if we win the next two losses like this and the Rockets much early in the season shows how vulnerable and inconsistent. Oh yeah, I mean, yes, we are definitely an inconsistent team for sure. The game was winnable, but it seemed like AC and Tristan were in. We had more stops and points off King's turnovers. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a result of playing with Alex Caruso all the time. The thing that surprised me in this game is that they didn't go to Tristan more. And I know Vooch at one point, he was scoring pretty well. He was overall 10 for 22 for the night, for 23 points. But with that being said, he didn't take advantage from the line either. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They came into this game unprepared. Look at the Kings and thought it would be easy. And us shooting 41% from the field did not help at all. I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. See, you calling me names on Twitter and you get congested, Karma. Hey man, listen. I'm just pissed off that your football team is having a good offseason. And mine is we don't know yet. The jury's still out. Jury's still out. Sammer says his baby daddy is making some bad decisions at the moment. That's deep, man. No, the Billy Donovan is making some bad decisions for sure. For sure. And hopefully we see that come around. Brendan asks, "Are we getting Petty Roosevelt tonight?" Oh no, listen. That Petty Roosevelt, you Petty Roosevelt hasn't made an appearance in a long time outside of earlier today. So Petty's appearances are they're earned, right? They come every once in a while. Jay Lar says, "I love the Bulls, but this is just showing the true colors." It's definitely showing our shortcomings, right? It's definitely showing the issues that we have. Sorry, y'all. It's a late stream. But showing the issues that we have as a team, and we're seeing also the coaching staff. So we're seeing a lot of things. Now, are all these going to be exploited in the playoffs? We'll see. But if they are, it's going to be very, very ugly for us. I hate to say it because it's about us, but it shows just because your team has a great record doesn't mean the coach should automatically be in coach of the year conversations. Billy hasn't been a top 5 coach to me. Some people win because of their roster. Some people win because of the coaching. Some teams win because of a combination of the two. Some teams win because they have an amazing player that just refuses to let them lose. It's not always on the coach. And so I get what you're getting at with that. Ricky says we need to run some pin downs for DeMar like the Pistons used to do for Rip Hamilton. Agreed. 100%. Blog, glass half full on this loss. Our weakness are showing, and Acme will get a look at them and know what to do. Oh yeah, that's the thing. No matter, and that's the one thing that I've been trying to say as a calming factor, right? No matter how this team does this offseason, no matter if they do wind up an unfortunate early exit, if anything like that, AK and Eversley are going to have now a blueprint. They're going to have some foundation. They laid the foundation. They're seeing that it's a strong foundation, but they're going to continue to build upon this every season. Man, if Vooch could hit those pick and pops more consistently, this team would be dangerous. Yeah, I mean, we need to shoot the ball better overall from as a team, right? We need to shoot the ball better. We still may, but we were top towards the league in shooting percentage, and I'm sure that's dropped off considerably lately by the way that the last few games has gone, especially when it comes to three-point shooting. Three-point shooting has been bad. It's been terrible as far as percentage-wise. What's our offensive playbook? Pick and roll and DeMar ISO. That's our offensive playbook. Sabonis bullying Vooch opened up the whole game. He didn't bully Vooch though. Like that's the thing. He did not bully Vooch at all. Like he did not bully Vooch. I'm not saying Vooch did the best defense, but he did not. Vooch was doing his thing in that game as far as giving effort, especially in that first half. And a lot of, like I said, Sabonis's points in the first half came off transition buckets or when Vooch wasn't guarding them. Vooch did a pretty good job at times tonight. I'm not saying it's great, but he did a pretty good job at times tonight. Do you think that we will ever get the fouls called fairly for us? Even next, oh well, next season is a new season, right? It's funny how things change season to season, but at this point in this season, no, not at all. It's ugly that our big three isn't hustling type players. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that they are hustling type players. Oh man, what else y'all got for me? Reginald says he's not watching the next two games. Come on, you can't give up. You can't give up on the team, man. You gotta still watch it. They need that energy. Don't give up. Hayes, if this is a blueprint for Acme to look for next season, do you think we get some interior defense? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. It's just how they go about bringing that in. Alana, I see Alana change her profile pic. She was tired of you vultures. Billy Donovan needs to use the double teaming defense more. Stacey King even said that we don't use it enough, though it's beneficial. And maybe he's saving it for the playoffs. I don't know, but yeah, I mean that swarming type defense is definitely going to help. Byron, we shot bad tonight. Also, this is a team where we need Patrick Williams. Also, Levine isn't looking that good. But Levine is definitely dealing with that injury. Um, yeah, it makes you more and more worried the more you see it of maybe it's something else going on. But we'll see. We'll see. JJ Ortiz, I'm sorry, man, but tonight was bullshit. Literally, we let two role players go off again. Yep. Ronnie, dog days of March. We're gonna be all right. Kendrick voice. Hey, I hope that's the theme of how we finish this season, right? Playoffs is where the Bulls magic happens. Well, we'll see about that. And let's see how true that is. So there's no timetable for Lonzo's return. I really wanted to see him this week or even next week. It doesn't look as of right now. Now things could take a big turn, right? It can go anywhere from them not having an expected return date for Lonzo to maybe him being clear for practice in the next 2 or 3 days. But we'll see. We'll see. Tristan and Caruso should have had more playing time. Caruso with 28 minutes, Tristan Thompson with 15. I definitely thought Tristan Thompson was going to be playing more minutes than what he's been getting. DeMar DeRozan with another 40 pointer, or 40 minute game. I wish he had 40 points in this game. Who would have win? Zach had 24 points on a bad knee. Imagine if he didn't have Zach was and people forget it's so easily forgettable because it's been so long. But Zach was playing amazingly to start the season before those nagging injuries started. So yeah, I mean to say what this will look like with a fully healthy Zach Levine is wild. At least we aren't the Lake. Oh man, I mean that goes without saying. That goes without saying. Is this it, Hayes? Is it really? Is it all? What? No. What? What? No. Period. Don't. This is no matter how the season ends. And guess what? There is a future, people. This God, like I feel where you're coming from because I'm sure for anyone who's on like Bull social media as fans, there are absolutely some that are ready to jump off the ledge. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. JJ Ortiz says, stayed up for this game, couldn't make shots, got killed by simple pick and roll. DeMar was double most of the night. How come we get blitz and we can't just copy the same scheme or play? I have no idea. I have no idea, to be honest with you. We lost, but who cares? 76ers lost. Oh, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care if the 76ers lost. I care that the Bulls lost. And it sucks. That's it. Period. Um, but you got to dust yourself off. You got to try again, as Aaliyah said. The Bulls have another opponent coming in Wednesday. They get a day off. Or I mean, I say coming in, they're going to face another opponent in the Utah Jazz on Wednesday, and they just need to pull it together. Period. Point blank. That's what it boils down to. Big Poppy says, "I know every future." Oh well, then you need to clean your glass. First of all, Zach isn't going anywhere. Zach's not going anywhere, period. It's not happening. Zach's not going anywhere. That's not even, and keep in mind, this is not me saying but I want to see Zach stay or go. It's not saying, I mean, I do, but it has nothing to do with it. This team is not letting, and then especially when you look at now the potential of him getting that makes it more likely that he stays because are teams hesitant now to pay Zach Levine because of the potential knee issues? The Bulls know what his knee is. They've been here. He's seen their doctors. Zach Levine's coming back. Period. He's coming back. Alex Perez, regardless of how the season ends for us, one thing that we can take from this season is our resilience and perseverance through multiple obstacles. This year's us drawing the blueprint for the future. Yeah, that's why I said. Well, the blueprint was started last year. This was laying the foundation down, and so the foundation is down. Now you can build on top of it, and so that's what AK and Eversley going to do this offseason. Marco Galaxy says, "Hayes, the Lonzo news isn't encouraging. Is it time? You can't look for a replacement, and B, even if you were, you have him on the roster, and Io DeSumo or Alex Caruso when they're fully healthy. But no, Lonzo's going to be here for a while too. So Gio Hayes, when will we see consistent effort? And do you think Zach should have not played? No, I'm not going to say Zach because I mean, to me, it's you run the risk, and I know everybody's like sit Zach, six Zach, six Zach. But the doctors, unless there's something that we don't know, which is definitely possible, it's not really going to help it. It's not really going to help it that much. It's about learning to manage it. So because of that, I'm not saying Zach. I'm not going to say Zach should have sat. As far as consistent effort, um, we're seeing consistent effort in ways, but effort doesn't always equal results. It's a combination of things while things are going this way for the Bulls. Why aren't we running the fast break like we used to? Because this isn't the Phoenix Suns. The Bulls weren't just running the fast break just to run the fast break. They're running because of them getting defensive rebounds. playing in the passing lanes, causing turnovers. They were doing a lot of things. We're not seeing that same type of thing on the same level that we were seeing early in the season. On top of that, you don't have a Lonzo Ball, right, who knows how to push the pace in transition. Um, Things like that is what's causing it. JoJo says, I really hope that we could win at least 3 of our next 5 games. I mean, listen, I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about the next game, especially when they're playing the way they are. I'm worried about them getting their shit together. I'm worried about everybody getting healthy. It is what it is. The Bulls are going to be in the playoffs. Let's get there and get healthy as well. Early in the season, yes, and he also had Lonzo Ball out there talking to him and communicating to him on defense. You had those type of things. While Io is a great on-ball defender, right? He's a great defender in general. Io's not the communicator on defense. He doesn't have the defensive basketball IQ quite yet that Lonzo has. He has the skill, right? The physical skill, but he doesn't have the IQ yet. From just being in the NBA, while those things have affected how Zach Levine plays defense as well. But that's all right. I think that's it for me for today, guys. This between the congestion and the loss, this night is it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting couple of days for the Bulls community until we get to play again. If we were heading with the win, right, it would have felt good. But anytime that we head into a day with a loss, it gets really interesting. Really interesting. But all right, beautiful people, thank you so much for showing up tonight, especially this late. This is it's 12:55 my time right now. But all right, y'all. I will see you guys with a pre-recorded video tomorrow. May even do some live stuff. Maybe tomorrow evening. We'll see how things go. But that's it. Make sure you're following the podcast at Bull Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a voicemail, the number to do that is 773-270-2799. See red, don't be red. Go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace. And RIP Scott.